Welcome to our neck of the woods, says the two mating deer.
It almost looks like they are mating. That is a tiny bit disturbing. Thank you, Miss Patty.
Thanks. Kevin. Look, they have purified drinking water. Hats off when you enter the building. Ethan refused to take his hat off. Oh my gosh, it's good. Look, it is stuff.
Oh, they've got a Wii.
Oh yeah, boy.
Lego Star Wars.
Home is where the heart is. It smells of goodness.
It's sort of like, it's funny, it smells like a out in the country, out in the woods type house.
It's called Out in the Boonies, Dad.
Let's explore.
Exploration.
Yeah. Oh, look, it's a bunk bed.
I call the top.
No, I want the top.
No.
Yes.
No.
Oh, I want the middle one. I want the top.
I want the top.
I want the
We'll
top.
sleep together on the top.
No. That's bigger. You should get that one because you're bigger. Like, you're wider. You're fatter.
Guess what's in the car, Ethan? Guess what's in the car? Don't come toward me.
Oh yeah, I will yeet it out the window.
The neighbors are gonna love us.
Oh, yes.
Guess what I found in the trunk?
Oh crap, I knew I should have burned that when I found it.
I'm totally awesome, said Andrew, humbly. I guess you wanna, yeah. I made the decision for you, Ethan, so. You're grabbing this, grabbing that. Ethan's a twat.
No.
No.
Don't be a peasant, Andrew.
You don't be a peasant.
You're a bigger peasant than I am.
Here, Dad, here's another video about memes that you're not going to understand. Isn't this fun? And then when I say this makes no sense, and you say, well, it's because you don't understand them. Well, then how is this fun? At least you could record me complain and then post it. So where we live in Catonsville is pretty convenient. You don't have to go that far to go to places. The Walmart is like 20 minutes or so away, which isn't horrible from here. But you can kind of look around and see you're trading the convenience to live out there. Yeah. So like the openness of the land, it's cheaper.
The fact that they don't infringe as much on your rights.
Maybe not as much on your rights, but I don't know where the nearest like mall is to go get clothing. That isn't that weird crap that was at Dollar General. Like, I'm not buying, if I was a woman, I would not be buying my bras at Dollar General. I'm sorry, unless I was like dirt poor. Or where do you go for furniture? It becomes more of a day trip. I've grown up always in a city or very urban area, so this would be weird to me. It would take adjustment, but it might be nice to live out something like this, where you can actually see the stars at night.
So I'm almost wondering how practical it would be to come out here, right, and live here somewhere. But then to have another job, right, whether that be teaching somewhere or, I don't know, doing something else, and then having sort of like a little bit of homesteading thing going on, like maybe goats. Because I know people have chickens a lot, and that's not
Well,
like
there are people here that are selling eggs and fruit and vegetables. You could try that. You're not going to make a killing.
If you're in Lincoln, they probably, Anne Arundel County would probably crack down from here.
Well, Well, what's funny is if you lived in Linthicum and were allowed to do goats and chickens, you'd probably make some money because of where you are, and people would be like, oh yeah, I'll get eggs for him, or cheese, or milk. But out this way, I bet a lot of people do have small gardens and stuff. So you have more competition for what you're doing.
Well, I mean, like, if I have a couple goats, I have some excess goat milk that I'm not drinking and using in cooking and stuff, and I say, hey, George, do you want to trade me some of those eggs
you
for
could
some
do
milk?
some of that stuff, yeah.
Dang, dude. Look, they're furry, too. Moths are weird like this. I don't know, they make me uncomfortable with their furry legs. Like Joe Biden. Look at that.
Size comparison.
That's pretty cute.
Now you know there's a Cherry Run store. 3 customers only at a time.
That was there before this.
Yeah, that was there before this, Dad. I think they like cornering people.
That is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre store.
What do you think about the state so far, Dad?
It's great.
It's like Texas.
It's very west.
In Maryland, you'd have
Look,
been.
she's in the middle of the river and not even up to her knees.
In Maryland, this would have been shipping. Because it's more of a fjord, right? When you say? If it's that shallow, it's more of a fjord.
No, a fjord is a specific geographical land feature. That's not just a shallow area. It's
Or what is it? A ford?
a ford.
A ford.
A ford is where you go across a shallow crossing in a river.
So this would be a ford.
This would be a ford, a river ford. A fjord with a J is a Scandinavian. I think it's an area that's cut by glacier.
Fjord. Fjord.
I thought about it, but we don't have fishing licenses.
I don't need a fishing license, do I?
You might not.
But the way this state is, nobody seems to care.
You're correct. And honestly, most places you go, you probably could fish without a license and never get caught. How many times were we asked for our license at Piney Run?
0.
Never. To me about coming to a place like this is not having water shoes on.
I want to take off my clothes. Please don't. That's what we should do. It's a bipartisan push for skinny dipping. We could unite. It could unite America.
I don't need to see most people naked in this country.
Well, I mean, the obesity rate's pretty high, but
Mind your name,
No. I'm gonna go pee in the.
the river's going that way, right? I don't know where the river's going, but it.
I would say the river's going that. No, the river's going that way. Yeah, I think you're right.
So if he pees here, it won't affect them.
Good point. How come when he asks me a question, I tell him what to do, he just keeps asking what he wants to do? Go do what I told you and go pee in the. Andrew.
Yes. I've been doing it. There's bits of slate. I don't have the waterproof lens on, or the back covering. What?
That's a great move.
Not that means pocket. We don't have this back cover on.
Purdy.
That is what you call an unguarded crossing. There's no gate.
It's also known as a
And in Baltimore City, they're all evil because the stupid residents of Baltimore.
Are you about to say?
I wasn't about saying that. The stupid residents of Baltimore can't handle having no crossing, guarded crossing. So then they're like, oh, we have to put them in, and then they still get run over because they don't care or pay attention.
They're also murderous. They'll run you over if
They're
not.
empty double stack trailers. They're empty trains.
How do you know it's an empty double stack? If
Because
there's,
it's a double stack. The first few were double stacked.
but how do you know that those trailers might not be used for just a single?
They're empty. There's nothing on them.
Then how could you call them double stacked trailers?
There you go. See? Double stacks.
Ooh!
That's a racist symbol.
What is it? Oh, it had an eagle. You're right. Double stack in Baltimore.